Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 4 of my Football Manager 22 beta save with Derby County. Now if you do go on to enjoy today's video, if you could drop a like on it. Can we try and hit 15 likes on today's video? That would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 200 subscribers on this channel, so if you could subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. If you're interested in watching live Football Manager, we are currently doing a save with Crystal Palace. We're currently in season 3, maybe season 4, over on my Twitch. The link to that is down in the description down below, so if you could come over there and check me out, that would be massively appreciated. But we're back for some more Football Manager. We've played a few games, we picked up some nice points, but we have a bit to talk about in today's episode. Firstly, as you can see here, Ravel Morrison has started to kick up a bit of a fuss. He didn't turn up to training on the, what day was it? On the 11th of September. Now, we're 2 weeks down the line. He's not done it since, so fingers crossed he doesn't do it again. Usually, if this ever happened in a Football Manager save, you'd like to discipline them, not play them for a few games, but he's one of the best players at the club. I don't really have much of a choice. And in terms of transfers, we have seen a few players leave the club. Firstly, Max Bardel has gone out on loan to Guiseley for the rest of the season. We got nearly £4,000 for him. And I don't know whereabouts you'll be able to see it, but if we go into the tactics, have a look at Phil Jagielka. He is joining Anderlecht on the 1st of January. Very unfortunately, but he's rapidly on the decline. He's nearly 40. They've offered no money for him, so he's gone there. He's getting a little bit more money at Anderlecht, so he unfortunately will be leaving in January. But he's massively on the decline, as you can see here. So he probably in a few weeks' time will probably be our bench centre back. At the moment, it is Curtis Davis. But we've done very well since you guys were last with us. If we have a look at the schedule, the last match you saw was a 2-1 win against Nottingham Forest. We then had a 0-0 draw away to Birmingham. This wasn't a great run of form here, just these two games here when they picked up 1 point. We then had a 2-1 defeat away to West Brom. They pretty much ran the show, to be honest. I mean, the Carlin Grant goal was a mistake from us. Stretton, I think, had a few chances in this game. Joswiak managed to score in that game, but unfortunately, West Brom went away with the 3 points. Then we were back at home against Stoke. We won that game 3-1. Another brace from Sam Baldock and a goal from Jack Stretton meant we picked up another 3 points there. And we actually did very well in the third round of the Carabao Cup, as my voice nearly goes there. We managed to beat Fulham at home on penalties. Jack Stretton scoring again. They were very, very poor with their penalties, and we managed to progress through to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, which we've got Tottenham at home, so we'll definitely be playing that game in the next episode. The next episode will probably be Tottenham and Blackburn. But in today's episode, we have Sheffield United away and Reading at home. 2 more games for you guys to sit back and enjoy. Sheffield United currently 7th. Reading are currently 4th. If we have a look at the league table, we're now outside of the relegation zone on goal difference. We have 18 better goal difference than Peterborough. But we do also have a game in hand on them. A win here would be massive. It could potentially see us go all the way up to 15th. But Sheffield United, very good side. Would probably take a point away from home. I'm going to quickly pick the team that I'm going to go with, and I shall see you all guys in a second. Here we have it then. This is the team that I'm going to be using for this game away to Sheffield United. We've got a couple tied players in there. We're pretty much playing every 3 or 4 days at the moment, which is going to be a problem while we are in the Carabao Cup. I mean, even in the league, we seem to be playing every other day. We line up then, as always, in our 4-2-3-1 formation. We've got David Marshall in goal, a back 4 of Byrne, Jagielka, Stearman and Buchanan. In the midfield, we've got Shinnett and a first start of the season for Jason Knight. I've been playing him more in an attacking midfield, but Bird is slightly tired for this game, so we've brought Knight in. Joswiak on the right, Morrison on the left, and Silby, as always, in behind Sam Baldock, who's already got 11 goals for us so far this season. Colin Kazim-Richards is now slightly back from injury. He's going to return to full training in about 2 to 5 weeks' time, so it's just more about building it up, his match fitness. I mean, as you can see here, he is very tired. He's nowhere near ready for first-team football, so he might play in the under-23s or something like that. You guys might see him in the next episode, but for now, you definitely won't see him in today's episode. Let's get into this game then. Away to Sheffield United. The last time we were in Sheffield, where we used to beat Sheffield Wednesday in the last minute in the Carabao Cup. If we can get something like that in today's game, that would be very nice. I mean, they've got a very strong squad, one of the strongest squads in the Championship so far this season. We'll tell them we've got nothing to lose, and as always, we have, we trust them. We want them to make me proud for this game. We're not on telly. We've been on telly quite a lot recently. We'll give them some encouragement. They're not playing a back five. They've matched us and gone to a 4-2-3-1. As it stands, they've not really created too much so far, but we are only 3 minutes into the game. Very surprised to see Sheffield United not in a back three/back five. It's very rare that you don't actually see them with that. Preston have had a shocking start to the season. We're glad to see Nottingham Forest have not had a good start to the season either. Peterborough you'd expect to be down there. Middlesbrough as well down here. Luton, Millwall and Blackpool all down here. I mean, if you look, Barnsley are somehow up in 10th at the moment. I've done it again. Oh no, I forgot to change it back to key highlights. This is just... Maybe I should just... Well, it's not gone well, has it? But we're winning. That's the most important thing. We're somehow winning away to Sheffield United. Baldock has his 12th goal this season. If I ever do that ever again, right... Well, I won't. I promise from now on, we won't make that mistake ever again. I will not allow that to happen. But we're winning away at Sheffield United. You managed to see the penalty. That's the most important thing. Sam Baldock has now got 12 goals for us so far this season. He's scored the penalty. I don't know why we got the penalty, which I'm quite annoyed about because I nearly changed it back in the last episode. I forgot to. Not the last episode, the last game. I forgot to, and I didn't know how to change it in the actual game. I forgot to as we came into this match, which is very disappointing. But we are on the ball here. Passing the ball very well. Jagielka gives it to Shinnie. Back to Jagielka. He'll be leaving us in January, so we need to get the most out of him while we can. Stearman goes that wide to Buchanan. Down the line to Ravel Morrison. Few players on him, so he goes back to Buchanan, looking very tired right now, but we don't have a left-back on the bench, so maybe put Byrne to left-back at half-time and get Ebasile on. Stearman carrying the ball forwards, gives it in to Knight. Ball comes through to Jozwiak, who strikes, and Kamil Jozwiak has his 3rd goal of the season. It's Sheffield United 0, Derby County 2. What a result this will be if we manage to pull it off. The Rams double their advantage in Sheffield at Bramall Lane. Stearman carries the ball forward, confident on the ball, finds Jason Knight. He's finally back in the side after his injury. Jozwiak with a great finish into the roof of the net, and just before half-time, we double our lead. It's Sheffield United 0, Derby County 2, and they've created absolutely nothing. We've been all over them in that first half. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Buchanan, though, is absolutely shattered, so we'll get Ebasile on. Put Byrne over to left-back, and Ebasile will play as a defensive wing-back now. We don't want to overcommit, so he's just going to stay back at every opportunity. Let's get into the second half then. We have been pretty much forced into that change, though. At the break, he wasn't playing very well, to be honest. He's only on the 6.4, so I don't really mind doing that too much. Morrison and Shinnie, we need to keep an eye out for them as well, because they are looking very tired also. We will now get on Luke Plange on this left wing as an inverted winger, and we're also going to get on Max Bird for Graham Shinnie. We'll swap them two around, so Jason Knight can go as the ball-winning midfielder, and Bird can come in as the deep-line playmaker. So we'll go with that. Few tweaks and changes there, but we should be able to see this game out. I mean, I said before, we take a point against Sheffield United, so even if this finishes 2-2, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but we're currently up to 17th in the table. We are doing very well right now, as Sheffield United have a throw-in on the far side. Robinson launches it into the box. Fleck wins the flick on, and it's headed wide by Godos. That is a very good chance for the Blades. They don't take it, and if you feel if they get a goal there, the momentum's with them, but they've got a chance here. Ben Davies off the post, and it's cleared away. I don't know how they've not scored, to be honest. They definitely should have at least won by now. We are riding our luck at the moment. We are going to drop it back onto Cautious, as the Blades come once again with Basham. Tries to get a ball in, but it's blocked well by Baldock, who's run himself into the ground once again. Comes back with Baldock here. Goes down the line at 2, Gibbs White. Bit of space for him. Byrne with a great interception. He's been so good for us so far this season. He did give the goal away against West Brom. He passed it straight to Carlin Grant, but apart from that, he's been absolutely flawless. Sheffield United come forward once again with John Fleck. Good ball into Basham, into Gibbs White. Down the line to Brewster. Don't let him shoot. Comes to Gibbs White, and he's absolutely rifled it into the back of the net. The Blades pull a goal back with 5 minutes left on the clock. It's Sheffield United 1, Derby County 2. It's a very nice goal, to be fair. Well worked. I mean, we seem to have a problem with this, where our centre-backs just get drawn out too much, and Stearman, I think that is not tracking Gibbs White. I mean, Marshall in goal doesn't really stand much chance there. And fingers crossed we don't crumble now. We'll still give them some praise. how long's going to be added on at the end of the game. Only 3 minutes. We can definitely see this out. And it looks like we are going to full time at Sheffield United 1, Derby County 2. We're not really keeping clean sheets, to be honest. We have proven the doubters wrong. Sam Baldock again on absolute flames. He was absolutely fantastic today. Joswiak scored a very nice goal as well. We're now up to 18th in the table, 2 points above the relegation zone. What a win that is. We've now got Reading at home. We have a 3-day break. Then we're back in league action once again against Reading. We're going to get 500k if Liam Delap plays 5 more appearances, which is absolute scenes. We need that money. Our financial debt also got restructured once again. I don't really know. I've forgotten how I find this. Into finances, that's it. Debts and loans. Now, I'm not really too sure if we need to get rid of this transfer debt or we need to get rid of this debt to get out of administration, but we're currently paying it back. Apparently, it's not going to be done until for another 10 years, but this amount of money was a lot higher than what it seems to be now. Again, I still don't really know what's going on with our financial debt, but if anything happens in between the Reading game, I'll let you know. If not, I'll see you all once I have picked the team for this game against Reading. This is the email we have been waiting for since we started the save. Derby strengthened financial position. The club can happily confirm that we have exited the administration process after a deal was struck with creditors. A new chairperson, Mark Barlow, plans to return to the club on a sound financial footing were approved. That doesn't make sense. Have I read that wrong? Mark Barlow's plans to run the club on a sound financial footing were approved. The club is now in a position to refuse and negotiate transfer offers again. Barlow will be joined by Managing Director Dan Dillingham. Derby have been playing above all expectations so far this season and find themselves 19th in the Sky Bet Championship. Derby have won 3 of their last 5 games in the league. So does that mean that we can now sign free agents as well? If we can, you know where I'm going. So now that our transfer embargo has been lifted, I just asked the Director of Football to suggest me loads of free agents who are currently available. We've got loads in who are currently on trial. The main aim for this, I'll stop pressing the keyboard actually, that's probably quite loud. The main aim is just to get some squad players in. We have about £70,000 in terms of wage budget, something roughly about that. I'm not really too sure. I mean, our committed spending's a little bit lower because obviously Jagielka will be leaving, but it's nice just to be out of debt. I had a look at Jack Wilshere. He's gone to Feyenoord, unfortunately. I had a look at Danny Alves. He's not interested in joining at all. I don't really know many 2 other free agents who start the game, so that's a bit annoying. But we've got some players in on trial. We'll have to see how they do. I mean, we do need to probably get some in earlier. Colin Kazim-Richards has dropped his concern about the club's financial position, which is nice. We're no longer in debt, which is absolutely class. If we have a look at the debts and loans, we've still got this, and we've still got this. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. But it's nice that we can actually sign some players. Here we have it then. This is the team that I'm going to be using for this game at home to Reading. We line up as always in our 4-2-3-1 formation. We've got Marshall starting in goal. A back 4 of Byrne, Jagielka, Davies and Buchanan. A holding midfield 2 of Shinnie and Bird. Joswiak on the right, Morrison on the left and Knight in behind Baldock. Probably at the moment that is our full strength side. The bench isn't the strongest, but we've got Silby now on there, Stearman and Ebesile are not bad options. Watson, Stretton and Cybulski can do something if we need them to. We're at home to Reading. If we've just beaten Sheffield United away from home, there's no reason why we can't pick up another 3 points here. Let's get into this match. I've actually offered some contracts to some of them free agents, thinking about what positions we only have 1 real first team player in. I've offered a contract to Mason, the centre-back, I can't remember his name, and Craig Conway, just because, yes, we have some good upcoming youngsters who can play on the wing, but we don't really have many options apart from Morrison and Joswiak. To be honest, and Morrison's not even really a left winger. He's more of an attacking midfielder, but we've got the ball here with Curtis Davies back in for Richard Stearman for this game, and it's found its way out to Buchanan on this left-hand side. Can he get a ball in? He goes back to Ravel Morrison, back to Buchanan, bit of space for him, and he goes back to Graham Shinnie on the edge of area. Ball comes in, cleared by Reading, only as far as Nathan Byrne though. We know what he can do. He clips a ball down the line to Joswiak, bit of space, he cuts it back, finds Baldock. Can he get a shot off on his left foot? Cuts it back to Buchanan. Can he get a ball into the box? He does. Joswiak's there! But Joswiak absolutely blazes his opportunity over the bar. He's been very inconsistent as Joswiak with his chances. And he's now gone off with an injury. Potential knee injury. That could be a ligaments injury, which isn't ideal. We'll bring Sibley on on this right-hand side as an inverted winger. He actually looks alright, to be honest, for a winger, so that's not a bad change to make. But now that Joswiak's probably going to be out for quite a long time, knee injuries are never usually short-term, it is very important that we do get someone like a Craig Conway in there. But Reading are on the ball here. Good inception though from Knight, and Baldock's carrying us forward, looking to continue his great goal-scoring form, and he goes that way to Ravel Morrison. Cuts inside, it's a great ball over, it's found its way to Sibley, but he can't do anything there. It's very, very ricochet in the penalty area there. Good opportunity, but nothing comes from it. We do have a corner though here. Ravel Morrison whips it in towards the back post. Cleared by Dele Bashui. Probably pronounced his name wrong. Jagielka goes into Davies. Centre-backs combining well deep in Reading's half, and that is where the highlight ends at 4. Now, we've been all over them so far. 20 minutes in and they're yet to register a shot. They do have a corner though now, which Halovic will put into the box. It's a good ball in. It's a good header from Dele Bashui, and it goes just over the bar, thankfully for our sake. It would have been very disappointing if they would have scored with their first chance of the game. Sibley has now picked up a knock, which isn't ideal. He's only just come on the pitch and he's picked up a knock. Half an hour gone, still 0-0. We'll give him some more encouragement. Peterborough rooted to the bottom of the league. If the results finish like this, we are going to go 3 points clear of the relegation zone. They are also playing a 4-2-3-1, but they're playing it in more of a narrow way. Half time then 0-0. We'll tell them we're far from pleased so far. We'll give him some more encouragement as we get underway for the second half. I'm looking at Jack Stretton, probably going to bring him on for Ravel Morrison. As we're now approaching the hour mark, still 0-0. Nothing's really happening. We will now make some substitutions. We will do that change. Get Stretton on for Ravel Morrison. I mean, Jason Knight, he's probably not fully fit to play a full 90 minutes, so we'll get Louis Watson on for him at attacking midfield. Get him on as a supportive, advanced playmaker, because a point at home against a playoff chasing Reading is not the end of the world, to be honest. So I probably would take a 0-0, but for the sake of the video, we want to win a game and hopefully pick up another 3 points. I mean, if you look at the stats, we fully deserve to get the win. So Nottingham Forest are losing again, losing to Barnsley, which is, you know, we'll take that. That's what you like to see. Davies pumps it up the pitch for some reason. The ball falls to Watson off the bench. Goes out wide to Sibley, who's also off the bench. He's also picked up a knock, though. It goes back to Byrne. Looks to beat his man. We know he can whip a ball into the box. He's going to get that ball in. It's not going to find Baldock, though. More clears. It comes to Zhao now. Reading got a chance to counter-attack us here. Into Hoylett, the former Cardiff City man. Goes back to Delhi. Into Moore at right back. Up against Buchanan. He turns back. Reading just happy to keep the ball right now. They switch it out to this left-hand side with Yiadom. Cuts inside. He plays the ball over the top. Looking for Lucas Zhao. Davies just doesn't have the pace to keep up with him. And Lucas Zhao gets his 3rd goal of the season. That's really poor from Curtis Davies. And he just didn't have the pace to keep up with Lucas Zhao. Marshall doesn't stand a chance. With just over 10 minutes left on the clock. Completely against the run of play. Reading take the lead. I mean, Curtis Davies, he looks like he's jogging rather than sprinting. Marshall doesn't stand a chance in goal. And with just over 10 minutes left on the clock, it's Derby County 0, Reading 1. That is not what we were looking for at all. And we've not lost in a while, to be honest, not since that West Brom game, so it will be disappointing to lose this game. There is going to be another highlight, though. Aziz on the ball, goes back to McIntyre. We're going to go very attacking for the last couple of minutes or so, throw everything at Reading. I mean, they could even double their advantage here. Zhao's running down this left-hand side, already got 1 goal to his name in this game so far. McIntyre inside to Delhi. Clips a ball into Ijari, a very good player at this level. He's going to take a shot on, he's going to rattle the crossbar. Bloody hell, that was close. Reading nearly doubling their advantage here. And there's going to be 3 minutes added on. It looks like it's going to finish in defeat. It does. Not ideal, to be honest. I mean, we picked up a very nice win away at Sheffield United. We couldn't follow that up, though, against Reading. And we end the episode with 3 points. I'd have probably taken 3 points going into it. We're now 2 points above the drop zone. As long as we're not in that relegation zone, that's more than fine by me. Joswiak has damaged his cruciate ligaments, though. He's going to be out for 6 to 7 months. Just when we thought things were getting better, unfortunately, that is not the case. We're going to talk to him about his injury. We're going to tell him that... I'm going to convince him, and he's happy with my convincing. Morrison thinks I was too harsh in my team talk. We'll ask Jagielka to resolve that. Fingers crossed he can. He doesn't, so Morrison's going to want to discuss this matter. I understand your concerns, but let's just see if we can both get on with our jobs. That's not good enough. You need to do something. We'll apologise to him. He's not going to let this be brushed under the carpet, right? I can't believe how unprofessional you've been. Morrison, do not tell me what to do with my team talks when you don't even show up to training. How dare you speak to me like that? But yeah, very disappointing that we've lost Jozwiak through injury. One of our better players at the moment. And we have now lost him for the next 6 to 7 months, which will probably see him out if we're in September. That's 9. So probably until about February, March time. So not ideal. That's a big chunk of the season. That's a good 20, 30 games, something like that. Conway is now going to set to sign for us. He's on 1.1k a week until the end of the season. If he plays 10 games, he gets an extra year. He's 36. He's just a squad player. He's coming in to be that, not really a replacement for Jozwiak, but just another option, to be honest, because we just don't have anything. He's right-footed. He prefers to really play on the left rather than the right, so we'll have to have a look at Morrison. We'll keep him on his playing position. We'll get him on probably his endurance because of his age. We probably want him to be on that. We shall register him in the squad. Craig Conway is now registered. We only had 12 players who actually needed to be registered. We actually had to register some of our under-21s to reach the squad requirements. We'll give him a squad number as well. We shall just give him an auto number. We've done auto number for everyone else, so we'll just give him an auto number. He's going to get number 15. We'll get Marshall to welcome Conway to the squad. We'll advance forward. If anything else happens, I shall let you know. So it's just come to my attention that Sam Baldock only signed a contract until the end of December now. He's currently our only fit striker. He's done very well for us so far. He's got 10 goals in 10 league games. He's got 12 goals in 13 appearances in all competitions. I think it's only fair, really, to give him a contract until the end of the season. Seems about right. We'll see what he really wants. He's happy to be an impact sub. He probably will be that once. Bloody hell, he wants a bit, doesn't he? So he wants a contract until the end of next season, and he also wants another extension if he plays 10 games. How do you feel about playing 20 games? We'll ask Rosinio to give me some, to suggest an offer. I mean, he wants a bit of money. He wants 6k a week. I don't know what he's currently on, but we do have quite a lot in the wage budget. He is injury prone. If we can get that injury release clause in there, he will. He's more than happy to have the injury release clause in there. So, yeah, it's a bit of money. It's 6k a week. How much is he currently on? So it's only 1,500 extra. He's done very well. I think he more than deserves that. We're going to start repaying some sort of money. I mean, that doesn't affect me in the slightest, does it? And nothing else has happened. We're now at the point where we're ready to play our next game. But as always, we're only going to play 2 games per episode. So we picked up a nice little 2-1 win away to Sheffield United. Unfortunately, we didn't follow that up with a defeat against Reading. We shall be back for this Tottenham game in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. That should get us some nice money there because we are at home. And we'll also play that Blackburn game. So we're going to be back in about a month's time, just less than a month. So we're going to play 4 games off camera. If you have enjoyed today's video though, please make sure you drop a like on it. If you could try and hit 15 likes on today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are on the road to 200 subscribers on this channel. So if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely class. Get your post notification bell on as well so you never miss a video of when I upload. Have a great rest of your day and I shall see you all in the next one. Peace.